Did you grab a belt?
Well, that's the thing is I went to go use the bathroom and I forgot to put the belt back on. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, gotcha. You forgot to zip up.
Yeah. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Every dog has his day.
No, I get it. Sometimes you forget to do something that takes a second to do. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and then your pants fall to the... I remember one time in middle school, there was this kid who was just walking down the aisle in class, and his pants just fall down right in front of everybody. And it's like...
Oh my God.
Like, nobody cared, that's the thing. It was just like, well, there it goes. And
So somebody... This is back when I was in high school, like freshman year. Somebody pantsed me, when we were in PE. Yeah. And I'm just like, ha ha ha, very funny. And then I did the same thing to him. When I pantsed him, he wasn't wearing any underwear.
Oh, no.
That's not even like the case of like throwing stones in a glass house. Like that's like throwing fire while your house is filled with gasoline.
I was just like, why are you not wearing underwear? Because I'm smart enough, you go out in society, you wear underwear, but not him apparently.
It's a bad idea, fellas. Don't go into life commando. It's very bad. Hello everybody. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, the podcast where we talk about people getting pantsed and ironically pantsing themselves. Hey.
Yo.
Hello.
How are you doing, co-hosts?
I'm doing pretty well. Just it's now November. We've left the spooky season and now we're in the Christmas season.
And the turkey eating season. I think the couple months after Christmas are the worst, but that's just me. Is there nothing?
I love turkey.
Well, on the bright side, no kids knocked on my door for Halloween. They knew better.
They saw. Were you holding a shotgun? Going, keep walking.
No, I just didn't have on the lights like that. That's always like a telltale sign for kids not to show up at the house.
Oh, of course. For some reason, there's some kids that still knock even when the lights are off and everything else is off. It's like, really?
I mean, like when you're a kid, you want that candy by any means. Like it is like it's almost like a competition too, to see like how much candy you can get. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to take those risks, but don't take those risks, kids, because you're just going to get a scowl and a disappointed man.
All I got was bananas and loose cough drops.
I mean, you got something. I would have just like looked at you, like just go.
Oh Lord! Well, this is the King of Anime podcast featuring holographic for some reason. This is the show in which, if you don't know, we kill and pass shows. At the beginning of each season, we lock in a set of shows, typically around 5. Sometimes we go a little crazy, but usually 5. And we kill and pass stuff. So it takes two or more kills to kill something, and 2 or more passes to pass something. And if there's a tie, it goes up to the chat. The chat gets to vote on what lives and what dies. Tonight we're going to have to make some very tough decisions. We're going to have some really... we're going to have to have a talk. We're going to have a talk, chat. And
we're going to have the birds and the bees talk.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. And just as Eris was telling Rudy in the most recent episode of Mushoku Tensei, it's all right. We're going to be okay. You're fine.
Are we?
But we got to have the talk. And it's got to
I think so. I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
So why is Hollow here?
Yeah,
I just wanted to say, have a good KOA, you guys.
Thank you.
KOA. Have a good night. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, well,
have a good night, Hollow.
You
also,
do the same.
Give Ben money.
Well,
Subscribe to SeaTactics. He makes good content. He's a great guy.
Well,
all right, guys.
No.
Have a great night.
What? Hollow.
Peace.
Hold on.
Later.
What? I was gonna ask him come in the sink or sink in the cum, but he leaves. Ridiculous.
I'm glad he left.
Yeah.
My turn.
Scarlet Disaster says, I started Naruto.
I guess I'm gone too. Bye.
Oh, oh my god, everybody's leaving. Oh my lord. So Scarlet Disaster says, I started Naruto as said. Now I'm around episode 100. I'm completely hooked up. Oh my god. Hooked up? Are you okay? To a machine? Oh my god, we're gonna have to talk with Scarlet.
No, hooked up to one of the characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's hooking up with one of the characters.
Oh.
So who did it for you? I know there's a lot of Kakashi fans out there. So was it Kakashi or Tsunade, somebody like that?
Well, I mean Tsunade, sure, right? I mean, that's an easy. QRW6 says, will KOA Q&A ever come back? Well, yes. We got a lot. We got a lot because we didn't do them. It's not plural. We didn't do them for the last 3 or so weeks because we had Berserk and On Taxi to talk about. Now that we got a little bit of time to to actually answer these questions, we have 25. So let's just go ahead and get right into it because this is going to be crazy. Question number 1. Do you guys have any plan on watching Shumatsu no Harem? Is a show that airs next season, and from what I've heard, it pushes the boundaries of how is this not a hentai even further than Redo of Healer. That show. Personally, I don't recommend it for the hentai-ish part of the show, but because it will probably be something popular that will create controversy, so if you want to milk that cow, go for it. That's right.
No.
What? You don't want to...
No.
I think that's something that I said that I was interested in watching till they pushed it back, so I'll watch it.
Gotta make a video on it, EA. About how
I have
you're
to.
all wrong.
It has harem in the title. Like we're not going to enjoy the show.
Are we going to forget about quintessential
But Satsuki, it's about guys dying out and they need to repopulate the world.
Yeah, that terrible synopsis, the terrible show with that terrible synopsis.
Well, I think that's your...
I think we're good.
I think that's your answer, viewer. Satsuki has forbade it. Next question. I think it is kind of pointless to ask this because EA does it, but what is your guys' opinion on reaction content? They obviously don't watch you, Satsuki, but they will now after they figure out you do. There are many kinds of reactions, so if you want specifics, I guess anime reaction content, reaction in general, and one specific content you guys want to talk about. I hate the really like basically have the anime episode in the bottom right corner, no editing. It's basically just a way to watch the episode illegally with the person that doesn't even talk and do or say anything interesting. I hate those, but I think reaction content is pretty good for the most part, at least these days. I know like 3 or 4 years ago, it was not good times for reaction content. So
yeah. Yeah, because I was going to say like you can't do that type of stuff anymore. Maybe like with not anime related content, but yeah, if you're doing anime, you can't do what C said, where you're just like, yeah. Then that was a thing where people like just watch the episode off of reactions because people just put the episode in there and that was pretty much it. They were throwing some wow, damn, okay. And then I, call it a day. But what did the original comment say? What was my opinion on reaction content? I actually don't watch a lot of reaction videos at all, despite me doing it myself. And I didn't even originally do reaction videos because I didn't think I had like I don't really have a explosive personality where I'm very expressive, so I didn't even think people would be interested in that. I mean, I think reaction content is like a staple in the community. People want to get hyped off of other people getting hyped off of certain moments. So it has its place. It's definitely the lowest form or the lowest quality content, I feel, when it comes to like anime videos. But that doesn't mean it's bad. You could certainly do a lot of great things with reaction videos, so I think it's cool.
I know for my content personally, it's somewhat hard for me to label what I do because I feel like sometimes my videos, not every week is like this breakdown analysis video. Sometimes it's really just I'm reacting to what happened in the episode and giving my thoughts and first impressions on it. So, yeah, it's difficult for me. I think I have a hybrid many times as well of that. So, but in terms of me watching reactions, I don't think I watch reactions either, unless it's like a one-off video that's like really popular that everybody's watching.
Yeah, I don't watch as many reaction videos as I used to. I definitely feel a good majority of them are hokey and kind of, faking it whenever they're reaction to stuff. Kind of like what you said, Sasuke. Wow! Oh my God! This is the best thing I've. It's like, come
First
on,
time
you're obviously
listening to Bohemian Rhapsody.
right. Like they've never heard Led Zeppelin "Stairway to Heaven" in their life, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh my God!" But for me personally, I think it's watching the character, or sorry, the person themselves. Like some people are like really good at it, and then there's some that just will never even come close to being good. But I usually watch for their reactions, and some of them are pretty genuinely funny and make me laugh. But other than that, don't watch too many, other than maybe a handful here and there.
Next question: if you were characters in Odd Taxi, what animal would you guys be? I'm thinking Sea a turtle, EA a sloth, and Satsuki a snake. I would definitely be a turtle. That is
I'm a sloth?
100% accurate.
This comes from Light Ruler.
I wouldn't say my. I don't know. Sloth makes me think of Zootopia. Flash and how he just talks very slow. No, if anything, I'd probably be a freaking bear or like a wolf because I'm just a hairy man.
I see an owl for me. I'm a nocturnal guy, so
I could see you as an owl.
Yeah. Dude, owls, as far as I'm aware, they don't move in like flocks or anything. They're like loner animals. Probably a word for that, but
they're low.
I would, yeah. I definitely think I would be an owl.
I am a beta.
So cool.
Or a beater, not a beta.
Next question. Just wanted to mention in C's video on the fall season, he said he thinks 86 Part 2 will, and I quote, show a lot of Lena's character that we did not see before. I don't know what he's implying there. Next question. Out of these three anime, which of them would you look forward to the most if these ever get a modern reanimation? Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Rurouni Kenshin. As much as I would love to cover Rurouni Kenshin and talk about it and see it, I'm still kind of hungover with what the creator did. How he's kind of the P word. Yeah.
I didn't know he is that really?
Yeah, he got caught with a bunch of CP, and he got a slap on the wrist. So.
Oh Jesus.
So it's hard to enjoy that for me, like on just a personal basis. Like it kind of takes me out of it still. But I would say Yu Yu Hakusho. That would be cool.
I mean, yeah, if I had to choose one, Yu Yu Hakusho, but honestly, like I wouldn't need to see any of these anime in a modern style of animation. Like it had its animation for its time, and I think it's fine. I don't think any of these anime are like badly animated.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they did kind of like redo Dragon Ball Z like so many times, so that's kind of like whatever. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho would be very interesting to see reanimated. But I agree. Like the whole charm of them is the fact that they look older and they have the old dub and everything.
Yeah, QRW6 says they made the creator of Rurouni Kenshin pay a fine. That was it. That's what happens when you're
well,
Rurouni Kenshin.
I guess Jared from Subway was in the wrong country.
I guess so. Should have been in Japan.
Because he's in jail now.
Next question. Can y'all discuss what makes a authentic English dub? In my opinion, it's kind of like how we saw, I guess, in Berserk 97 as a most recent example of just in terms of what we're watching in the show on this podcast. It's a dub that takes liberties when liberties need to be taken to make sense for a more Western viewpoint and audience. Not Funimation's dubs where it's like no cap.
Oh,
None of that nonsense. Like usually,
Love it.
like basically pretty much anything Sentai is producing these days are pretty much, in my opinion, the pinnacle of dubbing right now.
It's for me like it has to be the script for me, because I feel like a lot of people, what they look for in English dub is immediately they'll try to see how closely the English dub matches the original audio. And I don't think that makes a English dub great or not. I think it really comes down to the script and how they actually translate what was being said before. And sometimes, yeah, you can take those liberties, but you don't want to go too far and go into meme hell. So I would have to say, like, the script is what makes it authentic.
yeah. I don't have any problems as long as, like, to me the voice sounds great, because one of my favorites is Dragon Ball Z, and I guess a majority of it, as far as like the translation, wasn't even accurate. But I love the shit out of that. The original orange box set before Kai, and I don't know, like a good example of a bad one would be like Elfen Lied. That dub is so fucking bad. I mean, the anime itself is just bad in general, but that where every girl sounds like this, and there's like no difference of inflection. Like the three characters are in a room and they all sound the same. I'm like, one's talking, but yeah, that to me is pretty bad. But I don't know if it's enjoyable and not campy. Like, what was that? No cap. Yeah, that
No cap. That's the
yeah.
name now.
Or is
I
QRW
can't
in the chat? Remember
that's-
Funimation Gamergate dub insert stuff like that too, or like Donald Trump memes, like. Ugh.
Yeah. When they try to do stuff like that, it just takes you out of it. But yeah, it's just yeah, that's the stuff that I prefer as far as like a good English dub.
Yeah. As well, I think a good friend of the channel, Bobby Samurai. He has a really good viewpoint on it as well. As long as it is authentic and can stand, the test of time, I think that's another good viewpoint. But next question is also about English dubs. If you were to get a proper English dub out of these series, which one would you be looking forward to the most? If there was an anime that wasn't on the list you wanted a dub, answer that too. A, the Monogatari series. B, Legend of Galactic Heroes. C, Symphogear. D, Bakuman. E, Hitman Reborn. Those first three I would definitely prefer. But, I mean, if I could only pick one, Legend of the Galactic Heroes. That would be great.
Yeah, I don't think I saw any of those.
Yeah, I don't care about any of the. I mean, I seen. No, actually, no, I haven't seen any of these. Because it said Bakuman, but I was thinking of Bakugan.
Bakugan,
Yeah.
the little spinny toy anime.
I used to have one of those. What are you gonna do? The odds are stacked against you. Back against the wall. Gotta give it your I used to watch that in the morning all the time. That used to be my show, but I haven't watched any. Well, I watched Bakemonogatari. That's about it. But since you gave me the option to choose something else, I think I'll take that. What would be a good dubbed anime?
We could have said Vinland Saga until last month.
You took the words out of my mouth. to me, Vinland Saga, if they do it right and do the whole kind of like Celtic Viking, if they gave them those accents, I think it would be a really good dub. And I think they could do a good job with it to make it like different from all other animes. I think that would be good.
I was kind of thinking about that. And the thing is, I don't try to seek out dubs too much anymore. But I'll go with I just had it in my mind. Does Hyoka have a English dub?
It does. It's very good too.
I think
does?
it took a long time to get it, but it has one now.
Okay, I'm out of shit.
For me, the first thing on top of my head would be Odd Taxi, just to see how they would do that.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
I think Odd Taxi and Vinland Saga. What was Rengoku? No, Rikogu. Excuse me. The one where it's about the old man, how he does like the Japanese poems. That would be interesting to see how they even attempt to do something like that dubbed.
Oh, I got one. Happy Sugar Life, because my good friend Stoney would not watch it unless it's dubbed. So, yeah, that.
Never mind. Another question about dubs. If you were to get a parody dub just for laughs and giggles, what would it be and why?
I already know this.
You know what? This is hard.
Oh, I got this one. Come on.
I'm Monogatari. So long, you could do so much with that.
There's so many you could do. For me though, I would do Another. Another would be a great fucking parody dub, just because of just when the kills happen, they're brutal and they're just so out of nowhere. And I could just see them doing really funny stuff with that.
That's a good point, yeah.
I had to do a show that's close to me, Kakagurui. I got to choose that. I feel like it's a lot of things they could do with that.
Oh, I got another one. The Promised Goofy Land.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Satsuki's
And I'm talking about all of them. Yeah.
QRW6 says Odd Taxi's getting a dub in winter 2022.
Really?
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm so curious to know how they're going to dub the rapper gangster. The lead head.
Get Eminem too.
Again,
no.
Too short. Too short.
Paula's triggered right now listening to this. Me making fun of Eminem. Let's see. What was your next question? Is what was your favorite American action cartoon when you were little? Transformers.
American action.
No, they said channels.
What?
Oh wait, no. It is cartoon
channels.
The next one is channels. But
I'm reading. Okay, my fault. I was reading the wrong one.
Well, Nickelodeon for the channel, and then for the cartoon, Transformers Armada. Absolutely.
Shoot.
Oh, damn, they said action cartoon. Okay, so damn, actually no, that's very hard because it's out of Teen Titans and Avatar.
Avatar is really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, I would have to go with Avatar.
I loved. Shoot, there was quite a bit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was great, but for me, like the ultimate awesomeness was Beast Wars. Beast Wars. That's a show. They should just take all the same voices and CGI it, I guess, because all the CGI looks like ass, and it was from like the PlayStation 1 era, and it's a really good show and it's fantastic, but it looks like something out of that Renegade Angel stupid show on Adult Swim, where it was that CGI guy with the snake for an arm. Anyway, that's probably an obscure reference, but yeah, Beast Wars was one of my favorites, along with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original.
Next question. in your own opinion, do you give an anime director credibility for creating anime original work or creating manga and light novel adaptations? I think for me personally, I think like for Vinland Saga as an example, that's an adaptation, but I would say the director did really well because while there are directors that pretty much specialize in adaptations, it still you're still taking something and combining your own subjective viewpoint of that and applying it to an already made work and trying to make this this work and be a credible adaptation. As for creating anime original work, that shit's hard. So if anyone could pull it off, massive props. People behind Odd Taxi, for example, that's pretty good stuff. And even if it's like an adaptation where they have to go anime original, if it's a good, what is one that's like that? That like went and like Full Metal Alchemist, the original, like that's both adaptation and anime original, and that's one of the all-time greats, and it's not even Brotherhood. So I think it goes both ways for me. As long as you make something good, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on this question because like if it like is the way it's framed, it seems like it's mutually exclusive. Like if I choose one, I can't give credit for the other. I mean, they both warrant credit because as a director, I mean, you're doing something, whether it's your anime original or adaptation. I mean, if you wanted me to choose which one I'm giving more credit, I would give more credit to anime original because it's it's your work, it's your own ideas completely. But both of them warrant credit because, I mean, we've seen what bad direction, bad writing, whatever you want to call it, has done to a lot of anime adaptations. So, or manga adaptation, I guess you could say, with like stuff like Berserk or Blade of the Immortal. So, yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Like, I don't know, I guess I don't have a preference either or, but it's definitely really incredible if you can create something out of nothing and make a fantastic show or movie or whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, adapting the manga or light novel to people's liking, or adapting it to the point where it's just, maybe it wouldn't work as a manga, but as a movie or anime, it's perfect. Like, I think that's really well, too, but, yeah, I think original is better, just because, the manga source is already there, so you already know what to do, versus creating a masterpiece out of thin air.
You already know who my boy is. Hiroyuki Imashi. Kill La Kill director. You know what I'm saying?
He is fantastic. Gurren Lagann, too.
Yep. Anti-stalking. Anyone?
Next question. Which anime fandom do you all think is the most toxic? Just for sheer size, My Hero Academia.
I don't know. I stay away from that stuff. I really can't think of a toxic one. I mean, it's usually the people. It's not really like a certain anime, but the ones that I've noticed are the ones that forever hate on anime as a whole. Even if they really like anime, they'll talk about how much this anime sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fans that just hate their own stuff. Like I can't stand people that are just like, man, this is garbage. It's like, why do you care? You know what? Well, it should be like this, and well, it's not. Get over yourself.
I mean, as well, I think just every fandom has a toxic side to it, and that's why I said My Hero Academia, just because it's that. Not because MHA is all fans are inherently toxic. It's just probably the biggest. One of the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest shonen and one of its most active fan bases. So, I mean, just by deduction, there you would think it would have the most toxic, right?
I mean, yeah. Well, you already said it. Like every fandom is going to have its subsection that are toxic. So, you could make a case for anything, if you look in the right places. But I'll just say, in my personal experience, like the worst fandom I've encountered is One Piece.
Ooh.
And that's because their numbers come in droves. So it's kind of like, even if you take out One Piece fan, another one is looming right over your shoulder.
Let's see. Next question. Were any of you guys professional wrestling fans when you were young? And was there a period in life where you dropped off, and did you ever return?
This guy doesn't listen to us. Or girl.
Well, yeah, I guess to answer the question, I got into it in the kind of the tail end, or no, the middle. No, at the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era in 2005. And then I fell off at 2007, 2008, and didn't watch it until 2015, right before I went to college, and I pretty much have been a fan ever since.
Yeah, I became a fan when WCW was a freaking company. So I watched, that era, and then when WCW started sucking, I went to the Attitude Era of the WWF, and then when they bought WCW, I kind of got bored of it and stopped watching in 2006 because my life changed around that time, and then I didn't watch wrestling again until 2011, and then it kind of kept sucking. So then I came back because the CM Punk pipe bomb, believe it or not, and I was just like, oh, this is cool, this is great. They're going a different direction. Then they, for 5 straight years, kept doing the same shit. So in 2016, the last time WWE was good, I stopped watching. And then 2019, a little company called AEW made me a fan again. And I've been a fan of them since they came back or became a company anyway, and I'm just enjoying wrestling again. I'm as old as I am and still watching it, which is crazy. I never thought I was going to.
Yeah, I mean, WWE is really bad now. I haven't watched WWE since 2000, the late 2017. Right after that Jinder Mahal WWE title run, I was like, oh god, this is terrible. And
that was probably around the time I stopped too.
Yeah, it's only gotten like if you watch WWE and you like it, that's cool, but it's embarrassing. Like, that show sucks. Nobody, Jesus Christ. It's AEW or like Ring of Honor. Well, not Ring of Honor anymore, but Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Anything really, GCW, anything but the WWE is really, really good. So it's like Dragon. If you're not familiar with wrestling, it's basically the Dragon Ball Z, but in real life. It's great. Fossey?
Well, I'm a very casual WWE fan. Like, I watched it growing up, but I probably I wasn't too attached to it. So I got out of it pretty much like when I was a preteen. Like, I can't really tell you much about anything. All I could say is my favorite wrestler growing up, or wrestlers growing up, were Jeff Hardy, Undertaker, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's a good 3 choices.
Yeah.
Mine is Danhausen, very evil, very nice. Or is it very nice, very evil?
I don't know.
I don't say I don't think I know that, but I liked Eddie Guerrero, Goldberg when he was like in his prime WCW days, not now, and I guess I enjoyed what was his name? Shoot, I can't remember his name. He had a huge impact on me, as you can tell.
Let's just say Sting.
Sure, I love Sting.
What is your favorite fast food burger joint and why? Wendy's, because it's Wendy's. It's great. It's fantastic.
I mean, In-N-Out's pretty great, but I would say just if I wanted like a really good burger, Five Guys is the way to go.
I'm not really a burger guy too much. I mean, if based on the question, like I'm assuming like what I have to get. Well, I'm assuming what they want me to say is like the best place to go to for burgers. But if I'm just taking a question, if I'm being an asshole and I'm, using technicalities, I'll just say McDonald's because I always go to McDonald's. It's not even because it's great. It's just cheap.
Yeah,
I go there. I go there often.
Yeah.
Next question: will there ever be a time in your life where you stop watching anime or stop loving anime? I think for Satsuki, then maybe that's already hit. For
yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, I fucking hate anime.
Yeah, I hate it too.
All right, well, I'm the only one here that loves it. Next question. If you ever had the chance to give Claymore a faithful adaptation, FMA and Fruits Basket style, would you do it? Make up for forgetting to include it in the faithful adaptation selection category? Yes. Yes, I would. Of course. Any good anime.
I don't know, because I've never seen Claymore.
Me neither. I've never read it, but...
You got to give us a question that makes us like hard to choose from. Like, this is kind of like, do you want this money? Yes. I guess I'll take it.
All right, then. Next question. Do you guys think you could win in a fight against your co-hosts? Question for the three of you.
No, I don't like fighting, so I can't answer that.
I haven't fought in years.
I'd lose.
I want to say, I couldn't fight you guys.
I think we're like, well, I'll just speak for myself. I am washed up, so like, if we were to fight, if you're not like going down in a couple hits, then you won. Because I'm a gas out.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess speaking for myself, I know the basics of boxing. So I mean,
there you go. EA wins.
There you go.
There you go. He wins. Next thing you know, he's gonna fight Junior DeSantos.
Oh God! Ain't gonna fight no professional boxer.
The next question is a long one, and I'm kind of offended. Do you guys think that a show you covered weekly is likely to impact you the least that a show you watch in your own time, or is there no difference? C, what do you prefer? Act weirdly towards your feelings? No, we're not. I don't even know what you're saying. Right back next time. It's something I can understand. And second of all, I don't like Lena. I don't love her.
That was all one question?
That's ridiculous.
Next question. Sorry, just write in again. I apologize, but it's badly written. I don't know what you're asking. Since fillers in anime can be good or bad, what in your opinion makes a good filler? Usually, I prefer, I don't really like jelly donuts.
Oh my.
Oh,
fuck this
all right.
guy.
Yeah, seriously. So what makes a good filler episode to me is how memorable it is. Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, they have such great filler episodes that I go back routinely to watch them.
That's
like
a good point. Mushroom hunting.
Mushroom Samba is one of my favorite episodes in Cowboy Bebop, and also it deals with drugs in Samurai Champloo, where they thought everybody was zombies and they're just like hacking away at people.
We like drugs,
That was
KOA. At least that's what Satsuki said, not me.
Well, like, for the question, it's like, I don't think this necessarily makes a good filler episode, but I think it could always lead to it. And it's just like expanding the world on the series that you're making this filler episode on. Like, if you have a world, like, I'll just use Hinamatsuri, for example, like, like, do some things that we're interested in. Like, I wonder, how Nita would be if he was shopping, and center an episode around that. A lot of these filler episodes is just so basic, and it's just like we're relegated to bath and beach episodes, and it's not interesting. Like, you can't even in those you can do some interesting things, because like it's some series where it'll be cool to see certain characters like interact in a setting. Like imagine how that would be in a Hellsing setting. Like it would be so awkward and it could lead to like a lot of funny moments. But still, it's like the creativity in that is lacking when you have a whole world you can explore in a series and you just choose not to.
Next question. Can y'all discuss the impact of Dragon Ball Z with, well, this is, I think, a write-in from Toriyama himself, with anime and manga, and how much we should all appreciate Toriyama. Yes,
again,
Toriyama, we appreciate you. We love you.
Has he not, whoever wrote this question, they must not listen to this show.
No, it's because it's Toriyama.
Well, Toriyama, just so you know, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that Toyotaro guy, what did Toriyama, you're the best. We love you. I would love it if you wrote a gag manga about my life.
I like you, Toriyama. I don't love you.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think we don't need to discuss the impact of Dragon Ball Z because you can watch the Ginkdom video about that.
Yeah, like what is there to discuss? Like it's evident. It's nothing we really had to take a deep
anime
dive
in the world, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you guys first discovered the anime sector in YouTube, okay, which channels were y'all checking the most in that time? Glass Reflections, Bob Samurai, I guess were mine too.
See, I like this question because it's personal. At the time I discovered like the anime community, the people I was watching, and it's funny because like that's a coming up question, but I used to check out for Neverworld, King of Lightning, Mayfine and Junk. I used to watch a little Glass Reflections, but that was a little later. Those are the people I was going to the most, I would say.
So for me, this question's a little different, only because I watched anime on YouTube differently than others. I watched actual shows on YouTube where it was split up into 3 pieces. So one part was 10 minutes, the second part was 10 minutes, and the third part was the remaining half of it, and it was however long. And I watched anime on YouTube. I swear I watched so much. I watched, let's think. Yeah, I watched Gurren Lagann on there. I watched Elfen Lied. I watched Higurashi. I watched so much stuff on there, and I did it that way. I know, I'm just like, what the hell? Why did I watch it that way? But there was no other way to watch it other than legally. But so I watched it that way, and of course, Team 4-Star. I think Team 4-Star, I'm proud to say, when I first saw them, they only had like 50K subs, and then they blew up into what they did.
Damn. Last question. Only 45 minutes into the goddamn show. Between For Never World and King of Lightning, which YouTuber got you more into the critical side of anime? I've only watched For Never World like 3 or 4 times. I've never watched King of Lightning. I guess for me, what got me into the more critical side of anime was just because one day I was like, I want to do it. I want to talk about anime, do anime reviews. I was more inspired by, I guess, earlier channels like, what is it? Guy with Glasses reviews. Basically,
and then narrowed it down.
Well, yeah, that's what he was called, the guy with the glasses, right?
Wait, what?
Doug Walker.
Yeah, you're talking about Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic.
Yeah, nostalgia critic. That's the website's name then. Shit.
What, you going to talk about Angry Video Game Nerd now too?
He did as well. Yes.
Well, I'm probably the only person who watched For Never World and King of Lightning, especially in the early days. But I mean, if you watch those two, you would know like For Never World's not really critic really on anime, especially now. Like he really, like, he'll give his opinions on things, but he's more of like a news guy when it comes to anime. King of Lightning is a lot more analytical, critical, whatever you want to say about it. So Out of those two, I would choose King of Lightning. But I wouldn't even go to any of those two if you're looking for real, like a real critical side of anime. But yeah, King of Lightning for sure.
Just a minute, Sonsky. You watch chibi reviews?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're inspired by him?
No, I'm not. Because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I made videos before I started watching them. Even if I did, he wasn't the one to inspire me. I already named the people. Neverworld inspired me for sure because he was one of the first anti-tubers I watched. King of Lightning inspired me for sure. Mayfin and Junk inspired me. Like those are the main three people. So, but Chibi's not one of them, but Chibi's cool.
And I don't know who any of those people are, so.
Actually, now that I think about it, Chibi Reviews is actually also one of the first people I watched on YouTube for anime content.
The first person I ever watched was Hollow.
What?
You're welcome, Hollow. We love you. Let's get into the anime. Woo! Let's talk about Blue Period, episode 6. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Woo!
Can we talk about how this show is very mid?
This show is yes. This is what inspired the title of this stream. In my opinion, I thought the latter half of this episode was pretty good, but the overall so far, we're 6 episodes in, and I'm like it's good, but like there's something missing. It's not captivating me as much as it should be, and I'm gonna be honest. I think this is a show that if we kill or not at the end of this discussion here, like whether that happens or not, I'm going to continue watching this show, but I don't know if it's a fit for KOA.
You want to go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go really quick. Yeah, the first half, I don't know, just like really was very boring. Like the main character, what's his name, Yuichi-san? I always forget his Yuguchi. I don't know these names. Anyway, him and the other guy that called him, for some reason, hate each other but like each other.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, they're like, I hate you too. Namaste. And they made out, and it just was like, okay, I don't get
You're
this
right.
show at all.
They made out. That's exactly what they did.
I thought they were going to.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. The first half was like that, but the second half I really, really liked, and it was because of the interactions with Yuichi again and Yuguchi and what's her face with the two sets of hair, Maki. Thank you.
Kawana.
I really enjoyed their conversations. I thought
I did as well.
that was really, really good. I don't know. I felt like the show, this episode in particular, could have used more of that, and it would have been like much better. But instead, we get these two guys playing with each other, and we just get. Well, you know what I mean. I mean, like just like I hate you. No, I hate you, and it's just I don't know. Just
it's like
whatever.
Me and Hollow.
Yeah, you and Hollow always be playing. So when it comes to Yuguchi and Maki, it's just I thought that was really well done, really better, and just an interesting kind of like compare and contrast where she felt like she has this huge weight on her shoulder, and just Yuguchi's like, hey, fuck them kids. Who cares what your sister? If she's like better than you, you are your own person. And yeah, I enjoyed all their conversations and just that part of the whole show itself. Other than that, meh. It's all right.
We have to, of course, mention the most important thing that happened in this episode outside of Maki, and that is Maki's MILF mother. MILF
That was her
Kuwana.
sister, I think.
That's her sister.
What? That was her sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Why
I
does
think
look
she
like
was
a
talking.
MILF?
I don't know.
It's okay to like someone else's sister.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I agree, but it's a little strange.
I mean, she could be, to be fair.
Yeah, she could have a kid, and we don't know.
I cry.
Mm.
I cry. Well, I mean, I agree with what EA is saying. I think the whole story that they had with Maki in this episode and Yaguchi kind of being there to help further that development of Maki's character and show that side of her was really good. It's the best, it's probably my favorite scene so far of the whole series. But yeah,
I agree.
I don't know. It's just meh. That's what I would call this.
She likes to eat, doesn't she?
She does. She's an eater.
She can put it away.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I'm bored. Where's Yuka?
That's the only thing you care about.
That's all I care about. Where's Yuka? It's just like how I was with 86 last week. Where's Lena? Where's Yuka?
Yeah. Lena didn't show up again.
Wait. EA, wait.
She totally did.
Did you watch the right episode?
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Are you talking about Yuka?
I don't think Yuka's in 86.
Okay, I don't know. You may have not watched
I'm
the
kind of
right
scared.
episode.
I'm kind of scared,
What
EA.
did you
Oh,
watch?
no. I did. She was. Okay. I was just scrolling through it again. Okay, yeah, that's right. She was talking about using her pimp hand. That's right.
Wait, what? Hold on.
She was going to use the pimp hand on her uncle.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing I say every week with the show. I feel like there's something missing in it. And I can't put my finger on what it is exactly, but I feel like this show, like first and foremost, we killing this show. Like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I feel it. I always get a feeling when we're about to kill off a show, and this show has been in danger for a little bit. And it's not because it's bad, but I do feel it's stale. And it's just this last episode just wasn't exciting, and it may be due to like how this is actually being adapted. It probably would be better read. That's why even if we drop this, I will probably I will pick up the manga for Blue Period and see how I feel about it there, because like the concept of this being centered around like just art is something I haven't seen before. So like I'm interested in that. It's not like the idea of the show itself that's the issue. It's just how everything plays out and sometimes how this looks, because the show doesn't really keep you engaged with its animation or art too much. So hopefully the manga can rectify that, but I don't really have too much hope in the anime anymore, so you know where I stand.
Well, I mean, I guess, here's the thing. It's like, we've already talked about all the stuff we liked about the episode. We liked the monkey stuff. I mean, there's not really much. I mean, even then we can go into it. I guess this is really weird. Like, I expected to talk more about this show, but in this episode, at the very least, because I thought it had more to talk about. But I mean, is there anything else you guys can say about this episode that you want to?
I like Oba Sensei.
Nope.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is strange. Are we killing or passing this episode?
I'm killing it.
Oh my god, so brutal.
I'm killing the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill it too. I don't hate it. It's not the words. It's just I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the adaptation as good as it could be. It's probably gonna get us hate, but we sorry. We sorry,
No.
guys.
Now, if we would have killed something else, that would have given us more hate.
Oh yeah.
Blue Period episode 6 though, you guys 64% killed it, 35% passed. So it seems people are.
We did the right thing.
we made it halfway, so that's a good thing, right?
I guess, yeah.
Well, actually, do we know if this is 12 episodes?
12 or 13, yeah, something like that. Basically halfway.
These Cool Ranch Doritos are delicious.
Did you get it from Maki?
Yeah, she came over and said, "Hey, have some of this for listening to me cry." I was like, "Okay."
Best reward.
Yeah, it's a good reward. She just like pulls them out of nowhere.
I guess Takt Op.destiny we're moving on to, I think episode 4. Pretty sure it's episode 4. Dude, I watch these episodes on when they come out on Tuesday. So I actually can't remember. Somebody refresh me on what happened.
You got it. I'll tell you. So Fallout New Vegas happened basically, and they went to New Vegas where they ate a bunch of corn, and there was training montages, and apparently a lot of money was taken by Titan.
Oh yeah. Ta-ta-tan. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, interesting episode. Kind of obvious that the casino guy, the Asian man with all the bodyguards, was going to be the bad guy. But
Oh, come on.
yeah, that was. I think that was kind of a mile away because he showed up and he's like, "Oh, hello, I am totally not evil. With my bodyguards in the middle of Las Vegas, which is a farm now."
And did you like how Cassette was like doing the thing with her hands? Like she was doing the heart shape the whole
heart
time.
thing,
Like,
yeah.
what is this?
Yeah, that was pretty.
So that's pretty. Yeah, she's kawaii.
Titan's kind of scary.
She's got a shotgun, yeah.
Yeah,
Her name
she's
is
all.
Titan.
She was like cute, and then when that bad guy was running away with all of the cash, she's like, "Drop it, motherfucker, or before I'll drop you." And then it was just like, "Oh shit."
That's why I said like Titan is not a really cute character because I feel like whatever Lenny is on, she'll be on the same thing. Like if Lenny was like, "Hey, go massacre that village over there," she would do it like with no hesitation.
With the cute voice. Dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Okay.
It's horrifying, and when you put it that way, someone who is so innocent in their pure destruction of others.
Yeah. I almost fell asleep this episode. I'm not going to lie.
Speaking of pure destruction, Cassette likes to destroy people's houses and living spaces.
She does. She broke through the wall in episode 1. She did it again in this episode. Previous episode,
Why-
she blew up a house.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Why
episode,
doesn't she use the stairs?
She's getting better. She didn't destroy the whole place this time. She's learning.
She's like, "Hold on, I gotta go pee," and then just jumps out the window and follows to the underground casino or something. I don't know.
Well,
And
so-
next time, she'll just break the window itself, just the glass. We're working on it.
She's really heavy-handed.
Sasuke's resolve says Takt is starting to take the pandering route. The gotcha girl, get your own saber waifu is coming out. I caught myself checking the eyeshadow of the girls in the opening. What is a comment? What is,
That pretty much that sums up Takt OP Destiny right there.
I mean, it seems like they got you.
having the first half, not gonna lie. Dude, it's like didn't even catch he's indoctrinated. Oh my god.
I don't know. I just didn't like this episode. Was just like whatever to me. like for us to be going to New York, it feels like we don't really have any urgency to get there. Like the only thing that I've took away from this episode that I felt was important was just the training of it. You know, Tat trying to get better at being a maestro. Like that's pretty much all I cared about. Because obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But do you honestly think any of this stuff that happened in this place is going to have any relevance later on?
No, not at all. Well,
no,
actually,
you'll probably see
at the end.
You'll see more cute lollies later on. That's the only thing that'll happen.
Well, no, I think the last scene has pretty decently big ramifications because they got the information they needed to get from the guy to do their thing. Titan and Lene, Ara. He did that again this episode. That's pretty nice.
Ara.
It's just, I don't know. It's just weird to have like this one episode antagonist in the show that, again, I don't know how long this show is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 12 episodes or whatever, but it felt like a wasted episode. It felt like a lot of fluff.
Master of all elements. He's over there on Twitch all alone. So sad. But I don't think this, and this is the issue that I think you guys said the word perfectly, and it's the word that I wanted to say in my video. I'm pretty sure that came out last week, which was urgency. There's no dang urgency in this series. I mean, there was in the first couple episodes, but the last two have been lacking of urgency. And I think
isn't Anna's sister dying or something?
Is she?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think so.
She works at the Symphonica. That's where she works. Her name
This
is
is like
Lot.
why did they stop at this place exactly?
Yeah, I don't get the point of stopping at Las Vegas. I guess it's just, and even if it's, even if they stop, like there's no really point to show it. It's like playing The Last of Us, and it's like, they deal with Alex, or I think his name Alex, then, Ellie kills Alex or whatever, and then you have like a 2-month time skip. I mean, they went places, but if they showed that, I mean, the game's pacing would be super long or longer than it should be. And The Last of Us probably wouldn't be as well regarded with a middling last portion that's just filler. I don't know.
There's one thing like that could have that I may be like overlooking with it, and that I just thought of now, and it's the fact that we saw that there were people that weren't aware of the D2. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah,
the monsters.
D2, the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, so I think like that is an important element in the episode. The fact like a lot of people have this false sense of security, but I don't know.
Yeah. It feels like it's just in a holding pattern, really, until the show gets interesting, which is probably the next episode. It's coming out tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, we have 47 people watching us.
Oh shit!
Wow. people must be anticipating a Mushoku Tensei. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I think so too. That or the Lena 2.0.
Oh my god. I don't know. This feels kind of like a Blue Period thing, where not in quality or anything like that, or feeling like more so, and just like I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
No, it's not.
Not really. No, not really.
Why is Anna in the show?
Yeah,
right. She doesn't do anything. She just goes, "Shut up." That's all she does.
Every time, I'm telling you, go to every podcast. Every podcast, like EA has this like oversimplification of something, and it's like the most hilarious shit ever. I'm like, this is how you view this character or this concept.
Sometimes that's all it takes. And like, if she was more dynamic, maybe I'd say more. But her character is shut up and let's go to New York. And nobody listens to her.
Oh no, EA, you're kind of yeah. EA, you're kind of right. It's either shut up, nobody listens to me, which is kind of like you darn kids, or it's Cosetto. So it's one of those three. Even Lightning Eagle says it. She is here to say shut up. Sasuke's resolve brings up a really good comment that I pretty much agree with. I think that's character development isn't being organic in the show. It's difficult to in traveling setup but they made Destiny with zero personality, so it's hard to have her grow. Yeah, I agree.
Very true.
I think they should have just had Cosette or Destiny and Takt and Anna, and that should have been the cast of this show. And if you want to have, Titan, and Lenny, show up, you have them just be like one-off villains that are just like hanging around. That's what I would.
Yeah. The one thing I got from Lenny is that he was willing to sleep in the same bed with Takt to help him sleep.
Ada.
Exactly.
All right. I'm passing.
I'm okay. If it doesn't get more interesting from here on out, I'm gonna take some changes. But for now, I'll give it this is my courtesy pass, my one and only courtesy pass.
I don't know if I gave a courtesy pass to the show yet, but I'll follow EA's example and also give it a courtesy pass. And really, I would be harsh on it and just go for the kill because, like, I have no more patience for anything. It's listen, it's the fall season. Like, it's the end of the year. I'm tired. Like, I don't care about anime no more. But like, Cosette saved me just by being like cute. So, yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're too old for this shit.
I know. Like, I'm too old to be watching these type of anime in the first place.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Let's see here. Scarlett says, for me, Destiny is that not that she doesn't have personality, she is serious and bounce backs from their interaction with the other characters.
Exactly. She's utilized. Hey, Vivi. This is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
So 65% pass, 34% kill. So it's the reverse of Blue Period for it.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's talk about Komi-san Can't Communicate, which is a show that I guess Satsuki is old enough.
Can we talk about episode 3 first, since you didn't watch it last time?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we kind of have to, don't
we? Yeah. Then we can talk about the epic episode 4, because I have some things to say, and I bet you do, Satsuki, too.
All right, episode 3.
Well, I guess basically in a nutshell, it was that one girl with the green hair who, I don't know, like gets really nervous because Komi was like looking at her for something. I think she was trying to ask her to be her friend, and I guess it just kind of, just like Komi-san in general, everything just magically worked out in her favor, and now she got a friend that is basically like a lapdog. Weird.
Yeah. Nobody really cares about Agari. But she had to have her episode. Like, there's a lot of characters like that, to be fair.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, and then in episode 3, this was the first time that Komi like had a phone, and she actually spoke to what's his face over the phone. Tadano, and like it makes sense with her disorder. Like it's easier for her to talk over the phone because you're not right there in front of her. So she actually spoke a little bit, and I was just like, oh, there she is. That's her talking. I thought that was really cool. Finishing up, obviously, with the game at the end.
I don't remember what else happened in the episode besides Agari. I don't really care about Agari. I don't even care to talk about her.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm trying to tell you guys, like, a lot of these characters are relegated to their one quirk, and a lot of it ties back into their names because their names are play on it's a play on words, and like I said, it describes their personality. Agari is nervous. That's literally all there is to her character.
And horny.
Oh yeah, I mean, like everybody is for Komi. Everybody loves Komi.
Yeah, but she said,
I'll say,
and I quote, Satsuki, take a picture of my dumb face and use it as a wallpaper.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, that's a little extra, don't you think? Little extra.
Is this the episode where they made Komi class president, or was that the episode before that?
It was this one. They made her class president.
Or
and she didn't
actually they made her god.
Oh, that's right. Because they kept going higher and higher and higher.
Komi. And then they made Tadano class president because they was like, oh, you just do it.
Yeah, that was so funny. Then yeah, at the very end they were playing. I don't know about the game. It's just something to do with like they wanted to make her do like her kissy face or something.
Yeah.
And then that didn't even happen because of good old Tano was just like, "Oops, I messed up."
I just love how like they all hate him,
Why
but they
do
have to
hate
play
him
nice
so-
because
why do
he's
they hate
close
him
to
so
Komi.
Well, they're nothing's hiding these people from like trying to talk to her, but I always hated that thing in anime where they always got to be mad at the dude just for sometimes not even for talking for her. Like the woman will just like lean into the guy's arms and go, "Help me," and then they just like, "I want to kill you." It's like, oh, I do. I'm just chilling over here chilling, and she just wants me to help her. But yeah, I don't know.
I think it's because like Tadano was quickly able to, recognize what Komi's issue was with her not talking. Everybody's just so enamored with her, and that like they're kind of like blinded by her beauty, so they don't even have the gall to like say those simple words to befriend her, because it's really easy. Like anybody that's talked to Komi easily becomes her friend, but they're scared to make that first step. So that's why it happens. And it's for comedic purposes as well.
Right. And I think without that, it wouldn't be the same show.
Yeah.
Sasuke's resolve says, is this Komi girl taking her anxiety as an illness and working towards bettering? Needs a therapy diagnosis, mental break scene for the realism points about frustrated communication.
Not happening.
I was gonna say this is kind of like a comedy type show. I don't see that happening either.
All right.
Episode 4.
How about episode 4? What do you
Oh,
guys think?
who wants to go first? We really did.
24 reference. I guess Jack Bauer. I guess Todd
Yeah.
knows Jack Bauer. What the fuck? A 24 reference? It's 2021? That show aired in 2004? 24?
That's a number.
Reference?
Kobe.
Kobe. What is the girl's name?
Yamai.
Yamai?
My ring.
Yamai Rain. She should be in jail right now. Why is she still walking around?
Yes.
Why the fuck is she still walking around? She should be in jail now. Not only was this person absolutely mean and disgusting towards, Tano at the beginning, but then she kidnaps him, ties him up, threatens all these fucking... Like, this woman literally, as the kids say, has no chill. like everything to her is just like, I don't know, just oversimplifying or just overthinking sort of things. Just like, oh, she don't like me because I'm not this enough. I'm going to kill myself or kill somebody. Oh, I should. I should have killed Tano instead of capturing him. It's like, no, that should not be the first thought on your mind. It should be, why am I doing this? I need a therapist. And I should be in jail. But no, this. As I was watching this show, I was absolutely just hating this person so much. Like, I hope something bad happens to her. And at the end of the day, she still got to be that person's friend. She got to be Komi-san's friend.
So is Sasuke about to simp for this girl?
Oh, I bet he is. Take it away.
You want me to go? You want me to go that early? See, you don't want to say something before I go.
No, you go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like Yama. I don't like Yama.
Oh, sweet. Oh, thank you.
Yama out of all the characters, Komi-san is one of my least favorite characters for the reasons you stated. It's not even because like who she is. It's also the fact like the story kind of treats her in a way that it's looked at as just. And granted, some of the moments are funny, but
Sure.
like there should be some repercussions for that. I mean, like, and the funny part about this episode is they toned a little of it down, because when she had the chopsticks in the manga, they weren't chopsticks. It was a fucking knife, like a Jason sized knife. Yes, it wasn't a chopstick.
A machete.
Like, she had a fucking knife. It was like, that's how serious that situation really was.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, this is the same studio that does Pokemon. They don't want no knives to be drawn.
I mean, yeah, like, at least they tried to make up for the scene by saying the chopsticks were sharp. So I'm not even really mad about that. It's better than like 4 kids like replacing Sanji's cigarette with a fucking lollipop. That's just weird.
Replacing rice balls with a different type of food.
Hamburgers.
Oh my god. It's like, oh no, kids can't possibly comprehend rice balls.
Will never know what an onigiri is. We must replace it with America. Put a flag in his hand.
You can never know Japanese cuisine. Oh my god. But Yama is just a terrible human being. But that, honestly, that was one of my favorite chapters. Like because what Komi-san is doing, the anime is doing, is literally going chapter by chapter by chapter. That's why it's like it feels like some of these episodes don't really have any cohesion. Because we went from we skipped over this completely. We didn't even talk about Yarano, the girl who's very competitive.
Oh yeah.
Like, that stuff didn't really correlate to what we got with Yama, because they go chapter by chapter, and this is how like Komi-san is. But we can talk about that later. But my favorite chapter is, I think it's chapter 24 of Komi-san, and it's the beginning of the whole Yamai arc thing, and it's when like we get the introduction of Tadano in the episode. He's like, I'm Tadano. I'm Hito Tadano. I'm just an ordinary high schooler. Blah blah blah. And Komi-san is the most beautiful person. And then he just gets cut off, and then you just see Yama in the background. It gets snatched up, and then like Yama steals his whole introduction. She's like, my name is Yama Ren, and I'm an ordinary high school girl. I love Komi. Like, that moment was hilarious. I'm glad they did that scene justice. I still like it better than manga, but great scene. But yeah, I mean, I don't really got to say much about Yama. Like, she is a terrible person.
She really is. My god, like, it just kept like pushing it more and more and more, and I was like, something's gonna happen to her. Something's gonna happen to her. And the only thing that happened to her was that Komi was like, I can choose my own friends.
Yeah.
And then she walked out. That was the extent of that. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, fellas. Are we gonna kill or are we gonna pass? Komi-san episode.
I better not kill because Yamai's gonna come after me, so I'm passing.
Only choice.
All right, I pass. This is good episodes. 71% of people pass. 28% kill out of 28 votes. Let's move on. Something I really want to talk about.
Ooh.
Mushoku Tensei, episode 16. What did you guys think about this episode? This is gonna be.
I definitely have to go last.
Okay. I'm very conflicted. Like this episode was also I enjoyed it. 'Twas also good. I enjoyed. I don't know, just like the other. Like I guess they made it to an actual place. You know, once they left the wolf village, they finally got to a people town. I don't know where there's people. I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, that other guy disappeared, which was kind of sad. I liked his character, but oh well. I guess he had to go on his own little journey. So, Rudy tries to play hero. Puts panties on his fucking face to be. Well, he just said he was Rudyard, so I mean, okay, it's whatever. But I guess these people were good guys. And who did we finally see? The man himself, his father, Paul. And at first I was just like, oh, how's this interaction gonna go? And then, well, the whole interaction between him and his father where it's, oh my god. If Paul is not the most hated anime character in this world, I don't know who is. Because Paul is just a piece of shit. He gonna go ahead and he gonna tell Rudy, you know, oh, you could have done better. Oh, you're horrible for this, and that. Look in the fucking mirror, dude. You know, Paul and how he's just... But I guess it came down to, like, adventure. Well, Paul says that Rudy was on adventure when more shit happened where he was at. But at the same time, how is he supposed to know that? I mean, he's 11. I mean, Paul doesn't know he's mentally, like, older than that. But still, that's like... that's a lot of pressure on an 11-year-old kid. And I was happy when he beat the shit out of his dad. He deserved it. He deserved more than that, but that was good enough. But I don't know. I was kind of mixed by the ending because the way the anime made you feel, it was like Rudy's fault for some reason. When I don't think that should have been it at all. I feel like he shouldn't have had that feeling, like, because it wasn't his fault. And how's he supposed to know? That whole blast brought everybody to different directions. How the fuck's he supposed to know? You know, it's not his fault. Rudy did nothing wrong. Hashtag.
For me, I have nothing but adoration for this episode. I do have criticism, mind you, 'cause, the panty stuff. I will say, like, him putting the panties on his head, like, that's in of itself, it's funny because it's stupid, right? That's the whole thing. They did the same joke in, like, the second or first episode, I want to say, and I feel like we reacted very well to that, because I remember in the first couple episodes we were cracking up all the time about it. But I didn't enjoy the whole him sniffing the underwear, and then the fact it was dirty underwear, and him licking the inside of the underwear. That was one.
Yeah, he's a freak.
It was it was over the top. The joke sucked, in my opinion, at that point. But I will say that everything else in this episode, this is probably one of my favorite episodes of Mushoku Tensei yet. Just because when we see Paul and his interaction with Rudy, it's you don't expect it to go down the way it goes down. You would expect Rudy and Paul to meet back up, to be this reunion of, you know, almost a reunion of minds, right? Like it's just this beautiful moment that everybody loves, everybody's so happy. And it's the complete opposite. Paul is like messed up. He's screwed up. He looks like
he's a drunk.
He's drunk. He looks like he's extremely dehydrated. Like he hasn't slept in days. And most likely, that all has to do with the missing people that are around him. Both of one of his daughters, and then as well his wife and his mistress, I suppose. It's a little complicated.
And his mistress's daughter.
A little complicated, right? But even so, like, actually, I agree with you, EA, and all that. I also think, from Paul's perspective, I think there's more, because I read the manga for this, because I was told in my comment section, like, repeatedly, like, hey, manga is like, they did this scene totally differently, and they did. Like, it was completely different from what we see in the anime. Like, for example, Paul is too drunk to fight. Rudy doesn't even use his eye on Paul at all. It ends pretty much the same way, except for there's some stuff that I feel like we're going to be getting in the next episode. So I don't think this thing with Rudy and Paul is quite over yet. There's more context yet to be seen. But I mean, on Paul's side, he has issues that I think are valid, because Paul he sent out those messages and Rudy didn't answer them. He didn't look at them. He was too busy adventuring. And the way that he told the story to Paul, it made it seem like he just didn't care about his own mother. And when he said, when Paul said, like, hey, where, like, everyone's disappeared from Buena Village, and Rudy first said Sylphie and not Zenith. And I think that put into perspective for Paul's character, that he has, to Paul, he doesn't know the full story, obviously. So I think he's just in the way that he acted. I think Rudy as well, I think he was getting out a lot of frustration that he saw, with Paul cheating on Zenith and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty fair. And then seeing the bikini warrior, as I call her, with Paul, that didn't help at all for him. But I think this whole scene was magnificent. I think it, even, with the stuff at the first part with the dumb joke, I think this episode is just top tier. I think at this point, I think this is where Mushoku Tensei kind of has to get more serious, and I think this is probably the episode and the start of where people are probably going to be like, yeah, this is why this show is so popular and so well revered. That's just what it feels like to me. I feel like this show is going to get really good from now on.
Well, I'll say, like, the first 9 minutes of the episode, I didn't care for. So you already pretty much covered it with the whole panty scene. And, just to further elaborate on that, the reason why I didn't really care about it isn't just because, like, it's a stupid joke or whatever, and I didn't really find it all too funny. It's the fact that, like, Rudy has been in these situations where him not taking a moment serious has led to bad things. We've seen where an adventurer got killed because he kept waiting and wanted to be the hero of the story. We've seen him get captured already. And for you to go in a moment where you're stalking them, you're trying to be, on your stealth gimmick, and you mess it up because you feel panty. Like, it's stupid for Rudy. It's just really stupid. Obviously he was able to get out of that situation, but, like, it could have easily gone very wrong had he been dealing with the right people. He was able to handle them, but it's stupid. But I don't put too much stock in that. It's not like that big of a moment, but I just thought it was like, okay, whatever. Obviously the big moment in this episode is the moment between Paul and Rudy. EA already talked about it, but, like, I can like in defense of Paul, he didn't know when exactly Rudy and everybody else teleported. So like when he asked questions like, why didn't you write? Why do you think of your mother? Blah 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 blah. Like from our perspective, I think it's like, and I still don't agree with him. I'm on Rudy's side ultimately. Do not get used to me saying that. But I'm on his side in the situation just because it's like he like how was he supposed to like just know all of this as
Right.
From his perspective. Well, I know they said almost like 2 years have passed. He still isn't an adult even in their standards. He's not 15 at the very least. But there was some stuff that Paul wasn't privy to that made him ask those questions because he didn't know exactly when Rudy teleported. From what we seen, it seemed like he was one of the first people who teleport, or at the very least, he wasn't in a position to know that other people teleported. And that that kind of messed him up. He didn't know like the full scale of this big thing that happened because they were pretty much isolated from the rest of the world. So yeah, like Rudy literally just didn't know a lot of this stuff. So it's kind of hard to blame him for for that situation. He did have a point with him seemingly not caring about his family because, as he brought up, like he was more worried about Sylphie than anybody else. And again, he didn't know anything about his mom or his sister or his siblings being teleported. But still, from what he asked, it seems like Sylphie would be the priority over them. And of course that would make his father angry. But I don't think he was warranted for a lot of the anger he was directed towards him. Especially when, like I already said, his kid is still a kid. It's kind of messed up for you to put all that responsibility on him and say, you're an adventurer, right? I mean, when you left him, when you sent him with Ghislaine, he wasn't an adventurer. I mean, he was pretty much staying in the house. Like there was a time where he wouldn't even go outside. He wouldn't even go outside the gate. And like you expect him to be like how you were maybe back in the day. So maybe some of this is him projecting onto Rudy. I feel like that's the missing part of it. That's why like all the stuff I'm saying is not bad stuff. It's just like me taking Rudy's side. Like none of this stuff I'm saying is necessarily an attack on this episode. It's just an attack on like Paul's perspective in this episode because it seemed very flawed. But I think that's on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you can go either or, like as far as like who's to blame, because I can definitely understand Paul's perspective. Because technically, yeah, they are supposed to be his parents, and Rudy probably doesn't treat him like parents. They're just people in their lives or whatever. But at the end of the day, Paul's an asshole, and taking out your anger and frustrations out on your child is never going to end right, no matter what you do. So, I definitely feel as if Paul. He definitely he has a right to be mad, but I think he should have went about it a different way. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it comes down to.
And and I don't think like I said, like that's actually an interesting part of Mushoku Tensei, the fact that he's not like this perfect father, because a lot of the times when you see parents, they're always in this extreme. They're either the worst parents ever, absent, abusive, or they're like the best, super doting. They know the right things to say at the right time. While Paul is somewhere in the middle of that. We seen that he's really good with the babies. Like he'll make faces at them, he'll make them laugh, he'll take care of them. He's good with Rudy for the most part. But there's been some times where he hasn't been the best parent. Like when he immediately lashed out at Rudy for the bullying incident with Sylphie, and in this situation right now, like they're making him very human as a parent. Like they're not idolizing him, and I think that's an interesting direction to take his character. I think that's a welcome part of it because, he still doesn't like know exactly how to, like he still hasn't raised a fully grown kid yet. So there's still a lot of things he needs to learn. Like I don't think he's fully learned how to deal with Rudy yet, and it showed itself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet, and Scarlet says a couple really interesting stuff from the light novel source that I think kind of supports my viewpoint a little bit, but I think still is very interesting. Scarlet says, Rudius says in the light novel, the whole time I was out there stealing Eris's panties, leering at the ladies in the Adventurers Guild, sucking up to the Great Demon Empress, and ogling a girl with cat ears, Paul was desperately searching for our missing family. And that's, I think what we're going to see in the next episode is I think we're going to see Rudy be like, oh shit, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm like, this is not a game, that I'm in. Even though this game, like, thing happened to me, I was reincarnated. This is still real, right? And people are in danger, and I've been screwing around. And I think
But how is he supposed to know that, though?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying Rudy, like he like him realizing that Paul has been out searching for his missing family. Rudy has been he's been fooling around. It's not necessarily the fact that he didn't know. It's just that fact in general. And
gotcha.
That is like a wake up call to Rudy to be like, hey, I need to stop playing around. This is real shit.
Yeah, and I get that. Like, I'm not trying to say I don't get that perspective, but it's just not, like EA said, like it's not that impactful as I think it could be, since he doesn't know. Like, how do you expect him to act in a certain way when he has no knowledge on that at all? Like, it would be different if he was like vaguely aware of like what could, like even if he had an idea of what could have happened to his parents. Like he wasn't even a mindset to think that other people got teleported, and I think that's the issue. Like, if that was maybe proposed where he thought at one point, I wonder if my parents also are in this situation or something like that, then it kind of would have made the fact that he was fooling around when his father was desperately trying to find his family more impactful. But like as it stands now, it's like, I mean, like what did you want me to do? I can't like go out on an adventure when I don't even know. I didn't even know like finding my family was a goal.
Right. I just, like I said, I feel like he was too hard on them because when they got teleported, I think it's like you said, he didn't know. He's technically 11. He's just kind of trying to fight for survival at that point. And then, yeah, I definitely think it didn't help Rudy whenever he was talking to his father, how he just kind of made light of the situation, was kind of not embellishing, but just like kind of like speaking everything in a positive light. And I think that's what kind of set off Paul. But again, it's, communication is lacking between the father and the son.
Yeah, on both sides. And I think Nerda Adrian kind of puts that in perspective a little bit and says, I feel like they're both wrong and both right at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're both kind of acting from their own perspectives here. So it's really a cool scene. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
I'm still with Rudy. Punch his ass.
I was so happy when he was beating him up. I was like, give him some more. And then his sister was like, stop bullying my dad.
I was doing air punches while he was doing it. Like I kept thinking of like how, like I was like, oh, this is kind of cool too, because this is kind of like how Eris was punching the shit out of him too. I was like, I was doing the punches with them. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then his sister came in there. I was like, I was about to punch her too, but I was like, oh shit, okay.
So So, what did you guys think about Norn? Not much to think about, but I guess just about her being in the scene, and now that she's all
She
grown
was
up.
right. She was just there and said, "Stop bullying my dad." I don't even think she remembers Rudy nor knows who he is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. She's a tiny Zenith. Like, holy crap, she's just Zenith but small.
Yeah, it makes sense that she wouldn't really know him. Of course, being away for these 2 years, and also, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but have we seen Rudy interact with his siblings like that?
I don't think so. Like
only
maybe
his
a
little
little
babies.
bit.
Only his little
Yeah.
babies.
I don't think they had much interaction.
Yeah, because he immediately was taken away by Ghislaine, so gasoline.
Right. But he's supposed to know how to do everything, even though he's hundreds of miles. Whatever. Paul sucks.
I mean, Paul thought he read the guild messages because Paul sent out messages to every single one of the guild, and he just didn't. Like, I think one of the comments says like Rudy was more focused on making money, so he didn't even check the guild messages. So, even though I guess Paul just assumed he did, but either way, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Norn, I like her design quite a bit. I'm interested to see where she kind of fits in all this because that really, man, that look on Rudy's face when he was like, that's my little sister, and it's just that, man, he looked so depressed and he was just done at that point. He just walked away with his, this is just his head hanging, right? And I want to see how, because I think they're, Paul and Rudy are going to make up. Kind of have to. So
Nah, fuck Paul.
I mean, I agree. But yeah, I wonder how those interactions are going to be where Norn's like, "You're my brother." Okay, weird. I hope he doesn't. I hope Rudy doesn't perv out on Norn.
Exactly. That's the first thing I was thinking. I was like,
please.
I kind of don't even want them to interact because if they go in that direction, like,
automatic kill.
I don't think he would because.
I mean, listen, it's the same guy that was looking at his mother's titties like it was a buffet.
That's because he didn't know what was going on at the time. So, but.
Like a buffet?
They are a buffet. What are you talking about, Satsuki?
You're not supposed to say that as the son, though. What?
What? He's a baby. Where is he going to get?
Come over here, mother. Let me get
some
some of them titties.
No. Because I know a lot of people are about to like attack me. Like, I'm not blaming him for like the beginning stuff. I'm just saying like it's not, for what I've seen of him, is not out of Rudy's character to lust over his family. It is not it is not outside his character. His morals are really shaky. So I don't know what else to say.
Scarlett says in the first arc when Norn was born, Paul and Zenith were very tired from taking care of her, so Rudius was the one taking care of Norn. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah. See, all the more reason to hate Paul.
Okay, I'll take it. I don't like his ass, so I'll take anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. I think Rudy's character is. I think he's going to change, and as well, I want to say, as a person who read like 2 chapters of the manga, and there's a lot of stuff they just have not adapted for Rudy's character that makes him like just so much more likable, just insanely more likable, at least comparatively to what the anime is. I'm not saying the anime is doing bad or anything like that necessarily, but it's like one of those things where it's just like a little bit of context goes a long way. It's like one line, they could say one line, and it would make it so much better. But yeah.
Do you think the family will come back intact?
Whew.
I
don't know.
I think the maid is dead, and I think the wife killed her. So I think that
what?
I mean, wouldn't you?
No.
Are we gonna get a 24 reference next episode too?
Beep, beep, beep. No, I kid. She wouldn't kill her because it wasn't. Well, it was half her fault for sleeping on Paul. So, if anything, she should murder Paul. But
I'm for it.
I think the maid is still dead somehow because her character was just, oh, look at me, I slept with Paul, but her daughter will be alive, which then makes that Rudy's half sister. And I know what they're gonna do with that, so I'm gonna throw up. But well, because
Why do you
half
guys
sisters.
assume that
Well,
Rudy is this like perverted guy who's into incest and shit?
Wait,
Only-
you brought that up first. What?
What do you?
And also, have you not seen him? He groped Eris when she was passed out.
No, you guys like immediately take it as like I'm worried that they're gonna do it, but you guys are like so locked on, like, oh, he's definitely gonna do this. We haven't even.
You know
No,
why?
no. We're both concerned.
Yeah, but I was
Okay,
gonna say,
fair enough.
you know why I think it's gonna happen?
Why?
Wow.
It was for what we already said already. Rudy does not consider them his family.
Well,
Oh, okay, so you're saying like it'll be easier for him to like
Yeah.
justify it because it's
I
a
don't know
half
about that.
sibling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Exactly.
know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
But then
Okay,
they'll-
like here's the thing for me. I'm not saying like it's happening. I'm saying there's nothing in Rudy's character to show me that's not happening.
right. I agree with that. So
Because it's
anyway,
Rudy.
I don't
so
think
anyway,
it's gonna
Maid's
happen.
dead, girl's alive. Zenith will come back being her milfy milf self, and yeah, I think they'll all be back together. They won't be like a happy family or anything, but they'll at least be reunited.
I think someone's got to die.
I hope they're
Yep,
a happy
and
family.
it's gonna be the maid.
I think the original adventurer group will get back just so we can see them as like, see them all in their washed glory. It's kind of like if you ever seen that episode of Teen Titans where like they go in the future and like Beast Boy is fat, Cyborg has like viruses and shit. Raven is wearing all white for some reason. That's how it's going to be. Is like, oh fuck, Paul is a fucking drunk.
Also, he isn't an incest because at the very beginning of the episode, he said he wasn't an incest. Remember?
I don't remember that.
I
He
don't
said
remember that either.
He did. He said it in the first episode when he was looking at his mom's boobs. He was like, "Yo, this is weird. I'm not into this. Like, she's hot and all, but I ain't into this." Like, it was
Could have
one of
just
those
been one of
things.
those things where it's like,
It said it.
You-
You can go back and watch it.
how am I supposed to trust Rudy? It could be one of those things where he just like tries to deny the fetish and then it ends up being a fetish.
Right. Scarlett says, and the incest route for me is very unlikely. After the scene with Zenith, Rudy
The
says
incest
he
route.
never felt attracted to his mother, and when he was still getting used to this world, he thought that was weird. The reason was because he considered her as his mother. I don't think there's anything to worry about. And another comment says the same thing. He's not into incest.
I mean, we don't want this shit.
Yeah, I
What I'm
really
saying-
don't.
What I'm saying is, we don't have to worry about that.
Hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
What are you guys are still worried?
yeah. I'm sorry. None
Did
of
you
you guys
not-
are going to dispel my worry.
Did you not see him sniff and lick that panties that was on his face?
Were they his mother's?
I hope
It
not.
could have been.
Right?
He didn't know.
How would have he have known?
Oh my god! Behave, you guys. Can we talk? Let's talk about the last scene. You guys are making. I'm gonna fucking explode.
Keep it in your pants.
Oh my god.
Nah, that's not a good idea. Thinking about it, no. 'Cause what if he like leaves it out, then Rudy finds it?
I'm gonna die. So after this scene, Rudy is visibly depressed, and Eris comes back and is immediately like, "Hey, who beat the crap out of Rudy? The hell's going on?" And Eris tries to comfort Rudy, and she's so awkward. She doesn't know what to do at all.
She is so great.
Eris is literally me when comforting a sad friend.
Oh,
Just like, oh, okay, what do you want me to do? Yeah, that was a pretty funny ass scene. She just like, take a hug. Shit. Are you good now? But
yeah,
shout out to Eris for trying.
Mm-hmm.
The effort is appreciated.
That was funny. She spent I felt like 10 minutes just trying to assess the situation. Like, all right, maybe I should go in this way. No, maybe I should lean in that way. Just come here, Rudy. There. She just kind of awkwardly leans her shoulder.
And you have to think, in her household, how many times has she, especially her being a kid, think about how many times she would have to do something like that. Her household is very proud. I'm pretty sure they're not the type to show sadness, especially around Eris. So she's probably never dealt with that, honestly. At least not to the point where she had to intervene and comfort someone. So I imagine it's a foreign experience for her.
All right, then. Any final thoughts on the episode?
The best part was Paul getting his ass whooped. So fantastic. So great. I was right there with you, Sasuke. I was just like, yeah, keep whooping.
Yeah.
Who is this little kid? Fuck him. Just keep kicking his ass.
I was on the Nintendo Wii. I was just throwing. I was like, yeah. Oh, it's like I was playing bots on Nintendo Wii again.
Oh, that was
good
great.
Experience.
Mm-hmm.
So fitting for Rudy's character, Mushoku Tensei, 69% pass. Nice. 30% kill.
Nice.
Where the other 1% went at?
Yeah, where'd it go?
It disappeared, I suppose.
The fuck?
That is a weird way.
That's not how math works. What the? Okay.
Let's talk about we're passing it, right? Passing.
Oh yeah, I'm passing it. Yeah, I mean, I'll take an ass whooping any day.
I guess.
Satsuki, you need to retire. You're too old for this.
Too old for this shit.
Handed your gun and badge.
All right.
Let's talk about 86 episode 6. What you guys think?
I almost fell asleep again.
I really don't remember what happened this episode.
So the episode begins with a point of view of the lead.
Oh wait, no! I do remember. There was an epic fight and battle with the Ligers. Finally, I was happy.
Is that what they were called?
The Liger?
I was like, did I fall asleep? Did they get a new name?
No. They're called the Juggernauts, right?
Yes. No, they're not the Juggernauts anymore. There's something else.
They're the Ligers.
The Reagan leaf.
All right, they're the Ronald Reagans. Okay, so that was interesting. Just fighting back and forth. The lolly got upset for some reason, and then
she saw the future.
Oh yeah, right. She's a future fucking lolly. What the hell are we doing?
Future lolly.
I just imagine future Trunks, but he's
Freaking
a fucking lolly or Shota.
She is that fucking kid from Rewrite the D. That was a time traveling lolly.
Don't you say her name.
Oh, you remember her name?
Don't break up that show. I know it's fall season, but please, no.
Yeah, and we finally see Vladilena at the very end, the last 5 minutes of the damn show, but
Y'all
I don't know.
More of a simp for Vladilena than I am. Not that I am.
She woke me up in the episode, I'm not gonna lie.
Same here. Like it was more interesting listening to her talk with her uncle.
Oh my god, you guys! The first part was so good.
Was it?
Yeah. It had like a whole fucking battle scene and everything. We got to learn more about Frederica. There's this part where Frederica talks to Shin and how she doesn't like to lose people like him, and to be like, hey, take care of yourself out there, dummy. Like, I actually care about you and value you as a person, and you're reckless. And we got to see what Shin is like in the cockpit, which is an unhinged maniac of death. And he doesn't care about anything. Like, this whole episode was great. I don't know how you guys can be so bored by the Shin stuff.
I mean, that part was pretty cool. I'll give you that. The whole fighting and stuff. That was neat. It was definitely something that the show needed to kind of like perk it back up, not gonna lie. And don't really remember much else, to be honest. It's just they were fighting and then like I said, time lolly, future lolly.
Well, I'll because I remember all of it.
I bet you do.
So the big thing about this episode, I guess, besides the Shin stuff with Vladilena stuff, is that over in San Magnolia, the Republic, they're fucked. They're serious. Like they are at like DEFCON 1. They're perishing. It's falling completely. And Lena she sees what's happened, what we saw at the first part of the episode, and she's going to go to her room, cockpit, whatever she does, whatever that room is called, and go to battle, right, and be the handler. But she's stopped by her uncle, Karlstall, I believe is his name. Always forget how to pronounce his name, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But Karlstall, he's basically like, Lena, you need to stop doing this. Like this 86 stuff. Like I get it. Like, but like they're gonna turn their back on you. You don't understand what kind of people these are. Like after all the years of oppression and what we've done to them, they will do bad things to you. They will hurt you and they'll abandon you. Just like, because why wouldn't they? We screwed over. We 86'd them. We 86 the 86. So. And now we're paying for that because now we're about to go to war. And Vladilena is like, I don't agree with that. And this is something that really makes Karlstall's character go full circle, because at the end, so for most of the series, we see Karlstall as this person that's like, Vladilena, stop this. Stop sticking up for the 86. This is not your fight. Like, you can't be doing this. And we get the idea that Karlstall is this kind of guy who's like one of the corrupt people in the government. Now, keep in mind, like how said at the beginning of the series, how Vladilena is so much like her father, down to her idealistic ways and demeanor and everything. Karlstall is the brother of Vladilena's father. So, in many ways, it's supposed to be mirroring the relationship between Karlstall and Vladilena's father, and seeing, how like daughter, like father, they're both very similar. But what is supposed to kind of make his character go full circle is that at the very end, Karlstall is like, all right, if this is something you really want to do, then go ahead and do it. I am going to go to war. And so he grabs his gun and he goes to war to basically, he's probably going to die. And that is kind of what you're supposed to get from that scene, is that Karlstall the whole time had Vladilena's back and was just trying to basically preserve her as much as he possibly could as her uncle and the daughter of his brother. So, that stuff was really good, in my opinion. It was great storytelling. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff that happened with Vladilena. Shin's stuff is pretty straightforward. Big fight. Explosions. Frederica and Shin growing their bond.
Yuck.
Gross.
No, but when it comes to the actual fighting with they're not called juggernauts, but for my fucking sanity, I'm just gonna call them juggernauts.
Ligers?
No, I'm not calling the fucking ligers. What the fuck? I've never been, and this is not a criticism of season 2. I've never been like engaged with the actual fighting with those. So like that's not something new for me. Like, surprise, guys, I just haven't been engaged with that type of fight. I'm more engaged with like the actual personal stuff with the characters. And when it comes to Sheen and his whole narrative, I think the interesting thing to take away from him is the fact that it's already been cracks in there for people to like know there's something weird going on with him. And I mean, when I say people, I mean like other people in the military to know that something's weird with him, because he was told by his friends to keep the whole fact that he knows when a legion is coming under wraps. But now there's more and more clues that he knows more than what he is letting off or letting be known to other people. And since they don't know about this power with the Legion, they can make assumptions that he could be a spy or something like that, since he was already ready to go before they even gave the order. So that could be something that could potentially get them in trouble if he doesn't have a proper explanation for why he knows when attacks are coming before they happen. So be on the lookout for that, because it could happen pretty soon. Like I said, the stuff that I was more engaged with was Lena, and it's mostly because I just like the turnaround with her character being someone who is more proactive, and it seems like she's a lot more calculated, because she would get questioned, like her ideals would get questioned a lot in season 1, and a lot of the time she didn't really have anything to combat that. But now it seems like she's ready for any question thrown to her, and while she still has that idealistic conviction, she now has the means to see them through. And with her uncle, like C already said, like he had her back in this episode. But I think you could tell that before then, just based on the mere fact that although she got demoted, she still had her position in the military. Because like if any normal person had her position in the military and did the things that Lena did, they would probably just get discharged pretty easily. So that was a telltale sign. But yeah, it's just cool to see Vladilena like stand up for what she believes in, and now have the resources, the right mindset to see them through.
So now, the next question. When does Vladilena take up a gun and start mowing these suckers down?
Oh my god. She's going to be like Rambo, the M60, one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what? She's what, 5'1" or something like that? Dude, the M60
5'1", about 80 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to annihilate all the Legion.
She's going to start shooting him and then just go, eh!
Oh my god, that'd be great. We gotta see Rambo Lena. That'd be funny. I love that idea.
Rambolina, First Blood.
Yeah, Rambolina. That's great. Oh my god, we got to get somebody's got to do fan art of that, of like your First Blood where he's tying the bandana.
Mm-hmm.
She's like all swollen and ripped.
Freaking Billy, get on it.
So did you guys see the post-credit scene?
Where Frederica said that she was pregnant with Shin's baby?
Seen that. That was disturbing.
I was so utterly captivated by its terribleness that I couldn't look away.
Oh, you guys didn't watch this on the X videos? They usually have it a little earlier than the other sites.
it's a pretty good website. It's pretty nice. Not as many viruses get onto that one compared to others.
So the final scene, in case you guys didn't see it, is Frederica is talking with Shin and the rest of the 86. They're in a room, and Frederica is talking about how during like the scene earlier in the episode when she activated her powers, it seems that it's involuntarily. It seems that she can't control it, so it just happens whenever, which is very interesting. She saw a future where the Republic was being attacked by Kiri, her former knight, and the Republic is falling. So where Vladilena is. And then right when that happens, Kiri attacks them, like Frederica and Shin and the rest of the 86. And that is how the episode ends.
Burn that bitch down. Not Frederica. I mean, like the country.
Burn Frederica down.
You know what? Ian will say it for you, Satsuki.
Thank you, Sasuke.
No, I'm here for the chaos. I kind of like that the stakes were raised in this episode, and like we're really moving. Like it's a far cry from like how I felt with the last episode. Like I really feel like now we're getting to the action of things. Like this war is playing out beautifully. And I kind of like how both sides are getting attacked. Obviously, the 86 or not the 86. Well, no, the 86, but the Republic are in a way worse situation because I think they said they sent more of their forces over there. So, that is a interesting situation because with Lena, talking to all of the 86 and trying to get them on her side, I kind of want to see like how exactly will she do it. We know she already has a good reputation from what we've seen with her relationship, at least with her unit with the 86. So I wonder if like how much convincing will she have to do to get them to fight again on their side. Because like her uncle said, it's kind of the situation like if things are already coming to shit, why should I help you? Like why should I risk my life? At this point, like if we're going to be overrun, I'll just let them through and see your destruction. Like it is what it is at that point. So I kind of want to see like what will be her pitch because she's not above blackmail anymore. So it doesn't have to be like the typical naive, let's all be friends, let's do it for the greater cause. It could be like, I have your family. Do it.
Freaking, I don't know about y'all, but the chat's being taken over by 86ers.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Everybody run.
Oh my god. I mean, they're not that bad.
They're telling us how
86 is now the most toxic fan base.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, Mushoku Tensei, it's like, oh, they're not so bad. 86, boom.
Yeah, so that is weird. We've said way worse about Mushoku Tensei. I don't think. No, this isn't that bad. We've gotten shit on for our takes on Mushoku Tensei. You guys are just getting criticized.
No, the only thing,
may I add.
What the fuck? The only thing I said about this episode is I almost fell asleep.
Listen, I heard you under your breath, Satsuki. You said you didn't like Lena at all. That's what I heard.
What?
I heard.
I think he did not say that.
Lena woke me. Listen, as soon as Lena stepped in the episode, I said,
"Yeah, you
like,
woke
whoa.
up. You woke up to turn your TV off." That's what you said.
Oh,
that's what I heard. That's what
I don't watch anime on my TV first and foremost. I watch it on my phone.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You get those screenshots. We're just playing.
We're just bullshitting, and you know this, man.
Yo, we gonna get you high.
We just
Friday being brought up. What the fuck?
we just turned into the Friday podcast.
Scarlett says, I didn't like Frederica at first because she was, for me, the typical lolly who bends the plot to include herself, but now we are having more and more plot with her and even deeper characterization, and I love it. Yeah, I've always liked Frederica from the very beginning.
I've hated her from the very beginning.
I like how they use her as Shin uses her as a ball sometimes to throw her.
She's so fucking pointless.
Whoa! Hold up!
I love EA. Like I will never I never had to ask EA's opinion on any lolly in any show. I know where he stands immediately.
Okay, EA. How is she pointless?
Okay, so she copies stuff on TV and goes, "Could you give me a caramel candied apple?" And then they do it.
What did I say? I told you. EA always, every fucking show, EA has like this one little takeaway, and that's the whole character.
And then when it comes to what else she does, she wakes up and pisses her pants. What else does she do? She just goes around getting thrown around by people apparently. And now her big appeal is that I could see the future, y'all, but apparently she can't see the future. So once again, pointless.
I like how we fucked that up, and you're like, you piece of shit.
I think Blind Eagle puts it in perspective. I don't understand how you all hate her so much. She is very out of the way and funny. I agree. It's not. She's never really a focus at all.
I don't hate her. I've said it before. I'm just indifferent. Like I don't like cringe when she's on screen. I think she's okay.
She also doesn't eat her vegetables.
That's okay. That's true. She didn't finish her mushroom. And
what is she, like 5? And she's like, I don't want to eat my mushrooms.
You know what? You're right, EA. You're right. She should be eating what's on all of her plate because you don't know where that food is going to soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got.
And she's somehow their mascot.
She's a growing young girl, and she's not eating all of her food.
And she has the audacity to tell Sheen not to be reckless.
Oh, Lord.
Don't be reckless, Sheen. I would have looked at her and said, you didn't eat all your fucking mushrooms.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Lightning Eagle, yes I do. I eat all my vegetables because I don't get a snack if I don't.
So if you don't eat your vegetables, you're a piece of shit confirmed.
What the fuck is... Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. Lightning Eagle knows. He says that, but he also says, also, thank you for the bits, EA. So...
Oh, you're welcome, Lightning. I like throwing those nickels at you.
Oh, nickels at... Okay.
I throw nickels at Lightning and at Hollow.
Well, I'm passing it. What are you guys giving it?
I said if Lena didn't come back, I'd kill it. She came back. I'm passing it.
Yeah, keep out the Lena. Keep that up. I like that. I'm passing it. What did they call? What's her nickname? Bloody Regina?
Yeah,
or something like that.
The something like that. The Bloody
Regina?
Queen. She's a killer queen.
I like that name. Keep that up.
I want to ride my bicycle. Killer pass. 86 episode 16. 65% pass. 34% kill. Shockingly, almost even for the fact that we have a bunch of 86 fans in here. So. That specifically just came to us to, which by the way, thank you all, for coming and watching, all the new viewers.
Yeah.
Tonight. Don't take anything we say seriously. Like, we're literally this is a podcast where we joke around.
The only time we don't joke around is when we talk about killing lollies. That's 100% serious.
Which in of itself is almost a joke. So,
and if you would have seen it last year around this same time with Adachi Tushimamura, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Shotguns to lollies.
Mm-hmm. In fact, if y'all want to hear that stuff, that's some great quality podcast stuff. For a show that we didn't give two shits about, it's got great quality of us talking about it.
I like Adachi Tushimamura.
I finished it and I remember nothing about it.
I like that show.
I only remember alien noise. That's all I remember.
It was great to me. It wasn't great. It was fine.
She had glowing hair, right?
Glowing hair was a homeless alien from NASA.
Listen, the fucking lolly was the worst part of the show. I don't know why she was there. She had no narrative purpose.
She really had no purpose being there. You like, I shit on Frederica. Freaking lolly alien had zero reason to be in that show.
Yes, I remember too, because I was thinking like, she has to have. I remember when we were talking about it, I was like, she has to do something. There's no way to introduce a fucking alien in a Yuri series without her having no importance. But she was literally just there being radioactive, and then, you know, she made the infamous sound.
She's Magic Dragons now. Is that what we're talking about? Magic Dragon?
I'm waking up. I feel it in my balls.
Welcome to the new age.
To the new age.
Welcome to the new age.
To the new age. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, Lord. Oh, fuck. That's the end of the show, you guys. That's the end of the show. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me over at Everything Animated, not doing jack shit. So you can see me over there and subscribe, because one of these days I'll do something. Twitch game is kind of like non-existent at the moment, but once again, follow me. I might do shit. When it comes to All Elite Couple, not really doing shit. But please subscribe to me, because I might be doing shit later. So, yeah. Follow me and subscribe and show me some love, because I love you guys.
It's like a mystery box. Like, why would you get guaranteed content when you can get a chance of content?
That's right. You never know when my content would strike, but when it does, it's gold. Yeah. And my prime example would be when I did the Berserk Griffith scene when he gets the ladies.
Excellent way to pick up girls, by the way. It's a simple technique. Just get a leaf and be a good blower. That's
to clip that one, fellas.
I mean, yeah, it still works. Like, it didn't come out right, but it's, maybe I should stop talking.
Satsuki?
But I am Satsuki the Savage. You can find me on Satsuki the Reactor, where I don't post any live reactions lately, but they will be coming soon. And the reactions I will be posting are JoJo Part 5 or Golden Wind. So if you're not interested in JoJo, then get the fuck off that channel. But on the main channel, Satsuki the Savage, I don't really have any consistent content with this channel. But if you're interested in series like Watamote or any other obscure Yuri series that you could think of, I may talk about that eventually. One Punch Man, Kakagurui. That's pretty much like the only thing I really talk about on a consistent basis. But yep, that's my main channel. You'll see anime and stuff occasionally, like music. Yeah, check me out. You're
One Punch.
Wait.
Oh.
What does this mean, Scarlet? Wait, Satsuki is from Florida? What does that mean? That makes sense. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
I have to hear what Scarlet has to say.
Well, while that's
The show's
happening-
not over yet.
Well, that's happening, I guess. Tomorrow, Takt Op Destiny video. Later this week, I'm gonna do a video on Mushoku Tensei, episode 16, and how it's different from the manga. Yes, I know, light novel is the source material, of course, but I just thought it would be interesting to talk about the way they did it in the manga, because it's so fascinating. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the rest of this week. Now let's see. Now let's wait. Scarlet's still around.
Scarlet!
I don't think she's coming back. I think she scared her.
Oh, very sad. Very, very sad. Well, thank you everybody for watching so much, especially all the new people that came out for 86 and Mushoku Tensei. We love you all. Bye-bye!
Johnny.
Later.